Okay, we are recording.
All right.
Good.
So
Hi, welcome back to Scarlett's Cancer-Free Community. We're here today with my friend Mary, and we're gonna talk to her about healthy makeup choices. And Scarlett is gonna be doing the questioning, so of course you get to see a little of the cutie darling doing her thing with her new pigtails. She's loving this new look. And so don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, watch the whole video, and like it and comment if you want. And we will post the links to the things that we talk about today in the comments that you guys can find. And we're trying to reach a goal of 10,000 in donations by the end of the year so that we can help several families during this holiday season to pay their bills when they're stuck in the hospital and need to worry about just getting their kids well. So now here is Scarlett, and she's going to talk with Mary about makeup.
hi. Hi Mary. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you started the makeup?
Well, a little bit about me is I am an esthetician. That's somebody who does skin. I started out being a hairdresser. And so I worked, most people don't really realize that working in that kind of environment is really actually pretty dangerous as far as icky ingredients. But I was young and I didn't really pay attention to things like that. And so I did that for a long time, about 20 years. And then I decided that I wanted to work on just working on skin all the time. I loved everything about skin. So I went back to school and I learned what my passion was, and it's about skincare. And so I became an esthetician. I also was a mom. I had two children, and definitely was affected by autoimmune diseases and cancer, and all of those things helped me to understand that it's important for us to share education and help people understand that we have to kind of take control of learning, because unfortunately the government doesn't have and hasn't been really protecting us the way we should, especially children.
Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit about why you would choose to do makeup more than like becoming a doctor or becoming a nurse or something like that? Why was it your choice to become something who made makeup?
Okay. Well, first of all, I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. And so when I was a teenager and had to try and figure out what I was going to do when I grew up, I thought, what can I do and still be a stay-at-home mom? And so there was not a whole lot of jobs that I could do that gave me the freedom to decide when I was going to work. And I've always been very creative. I love to sew and crochet and paint. And being in the profession I am in it kind of attracts people like me, free spirits that want to have some control and make money, but also be able to be the boss of their own schedule and express themselves. So that's why I started in hair. And what I found was when I was doing hair and color and nails, I just got really tired of everything being really loud. I'm sure if you've gone to salons, you know that there's music and there's talking. And so when I decided that it was time for me to change, I thought, you know what? I love when I treat people's skin because there's relaxing music and there's massage, and it's so very therapeutic. And you get to actually talk in a quiet room one-on-one with somebody and really get to know more about them. And if you can help them figure out things that are a problem with their skin, I mean, we all want to have beautiful skin. And so
Yeah.
I've always loved helping people.
All right. So why is children's makeup healthier than normal than like adult makeup?
Actually, children's makeup is at least as toxic or even more toxic than adult makeup. And that's really, really sad. And that's why we need to bring awareness. One of the reasons why is a lot of times the makeup that we buy when we're children, we use lots of bright colors, and it's a lot of times it's for holiday or playing dress up. So we want all of that. And a lot of times, just because of budget, parents are like, oh, I'm not going to buy you a $20 bottle of something. I will get you this, $3 collection of eyeshadow at the Dollar Tree, right? I mean, we all do that. You see that at the Dollar General or Walmart, and it's a little cute makeup kit, and you're like, oh man, that's awesome. And it's so cheap. I'm going to buy that. But unfortunately, the laws that are set up, we haven't had laws to protect what goes into our products for over 75 years. That's older than me. So they're very old laws. And unfortunately, because there's not laws, people can put things in makeup that can actually be very, very damaging to our bodies. They can contain ingredients that can cause birth defects, cancer, all sorts of autoimmune issues. Because as an esthetician, what I love to explain to people is our largest organ is our skin. And what we put on our face and our bodies is absorbed into our skin. Some people put like a patch on their arm to help them stop smoking because that medicine is just drawn in. And it's the same with the makeup and the products we put on our body. So unfortunately, there's this government agency called the FDA, and they really don't have a lot of ways to police and make sure ingredients that go into these products are safe. And you would think that they would do that before the products are made. But honestly, the only way they get involved is if somebody has an extreme reaction and maybe reports it. And if they report it to the FDA, then they might do a little bit of searching and work. But all in all, nobody's there to protect us. That's why we have to learn how to protect ourselves. So there's companies selling lots of dangerous kid makeup. They don't put the ingredients on the label. The government that's supposed to protect us really doesn't know how to protect us, and they don't really have the law behind them to protect us. And so it's just a struggle, but we are spreading awareness. And we're giving people tools to know how to buy safe products and stay away from ingredients that are dangerous.
So after hearing that, I was kind of wondering, so what are the things that you should stay away from, and what do you put in your Prim and Pure makeup to make sure it's not that?
Or she does sell Crunchi too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. You know what I love to do, Scarlett? I love to support any company that I can look at the back of the bottle and I can trust their ingredients. So let's give the people watching some tools so that they can turn the back of a bottle over, especially the makeup that they're buying for their children, and see if it's something that could be something dangerous. So I'm going to name several different ingredients that you don't want. So if people have pens and paper, they can write these down or they can watch this recording again. One is cadmium. And it has been linked to kidney and lung cancer and damage. And so when companies are making makeup for children and they've been tested, they found that, just as an example, in Halloween face paint, there was a 30% chance that there was cadmium in that product. Chromium is another one that we need to be aware of. It's something that can be toxic to our organs, our non-reproductive organs. And it's also something that if we inhale it, it can be something that can cause cancer. It's a carcinogen. So it can cause us a higher risk of lung cancer. Something that some people have probably already heard about is parabens. And parabens have been found to mess up our endocrine system. And that system, it controls our hormones. And so it's very important, especially when we're young and all of our systems aren't developed properly, to make sure we avoid these things, because even though they hurt adults, these items affect children even more because their bodies are way more fragile and they're developing. And so parabens have been shown to, produce more estrogen, and also cause neurological or immune issues. So these are just some of the side effects. And so that's a few. Then there's one called formaldehyde. And some of the older people watching this will absolutely connect with formaldehyde. But for us as an ingredient, when we're looking for the word formaldehyde, there are two different kinds. There's actually formaldehyde, and then there's formaldehyde releasing preservatives. And those are known to cause cancer in living tissue. And some of the names, because people don't always put formaldehyde on the back of a bottle, they may put DM hydantoin. So that would be a formaldehyde releasing preservative. Some words that are hard to pronounce, but it's diazoladienol and imidazoladienol urea. Those are words, when you see those words, you're going to know, oh, that's something that's related to formaldehyde, and we don't want that ingredient in our products at all. Go ahead.
So can you tell us a little bit about the kind of makeup that is good for us then?
Well, we're going to look for those.
Some brands that we know that we trust. Okay, go ahead.
Well, as far as children's makeup, the one that I like the most, and I have an example of this, and again, this is a company that doesn't use fragrance. This is one that's very easy for us to see on the back of the bottle. So fragrance, they can put, just think of your trash can, and your trash can is one word, but when you open it up, what's all in there?
Trash.
Garbage. Right. So when you see the word fragrance, just imagine all the bad things that I might have mentioned, and they can throw it all in the trash can and close it, and they don't have to tell you it's in there. So if you ever see the word fragrance, synthetic fragrance, and it's not listed what the fragrance is, it could literally be the trash, like is in your trash can as far as chemicals go. So always avoid that. All right, so here's an example. This company is one that aligns with my belief system as far as using ingredients. Whenever we're looking for ingredients, we want something that, number one, has a nice preservative system that is not toxic. So like ethyl hexylglycerin, I know I'm throwing out a lot of words, but you also want to see if they're using organic ingredients. Doesn't have to be 100% organic, or safe synthetic. So Prim and Pure is a company that has lots of cute options for kids. This is a lip gloss. And they also have nail polishes. And for those of you who don't know, that there's many ingredients in nail polishes that are not safe for us. And so they have different cute little brushes. Let's see if I've got some stuff they got.
We have some stuff too. If
yeah. They have cute little
so I have this flamingo bag that came from Prim and Pure.
Yeah.
This is just some of the stuff that I have. I also have like a nail polish, nail file, another lip gloss. But I also have some nail stickers. They're just like cute little watermelons and hearts.
Yeah. We got some of those
and
too.
I have Prim and Pure blush and Prim and Pure eyeshadow.
And it's in a blue color.
And it's some sparkly pink lip gloss.
Nice. That is nice. And so that it doesn't, you know what? Right now, that is the company that I would direct people who come to me for advice. I would say that's the best place to go. No, it is not as cheap as what you get at the Dollar Tree, but guess what, Scarlett? You guys are worth
It's
it.
healthier. Like, I feel like, and I think my mom might feel like this too, that if something's healthier for you, a little more than what you would normally spend is sometimes okay for like a good product that you're getting that
Absolutely.
doesn't have like chemicals and stuff in it.
Yeah, because you know what? It's really cheap to use bad products.
Yeah.
And it always costs more to use good products. It's kind of like organic food versus the regular food. You pay more, but the farmers have to put a lot more work and effort into raising it that way. So we pay more for it, and we understand the value in that. So, and the wonderful thing about supporting companies like Prim and Pure is it encourages more companies to do that. If a company like Prim and Pure came up and nobody bought their stuff, even though it was safe, they would go out of business, and then we wouldn't have any options. But if we all support them, then other companies will say, hey, Prim and Pure is doing it the right way, so let's do our own thing and make it safe. And people who are really concerned about their health will spend extra for good, safe products. And so we're encouraging the market to give us more options.
Yeah, and that's why a couple more companies are doing healthier makeup. And I know you all are stuck at home, but still it's right to buy the healthier things like plant-based makeup and healthy non-toxic foods from farmers.
Okay. Let's stay to the makeup today.
But yeah.
Okay, now ask her about adult makeup.
Yes. Gonna ask me? Adult makeup, right?
So yeah. So what's a healthy adult makeup company that you really like?
Well, so let me just say there's more safe options in healthy adult makeup, but they don't always make you feel pretty when you put them on. So there are companies that might be all organic, but when you put it on, you're like, I kind of look like I got mud on my face. They don't really perform well. And when you get older, you want to, when you're spending your money, you want to make sure that you're spending your money and you're looking good when you do. So I found I've touched and felt a lot of toxic adult makeup and a lot of non-toxic, safe adult makeup. And when I found this particular company, I fell in love with them because they were safe and toxin-free. They were very focused on being ecologically safe, which means they're worried about everything that they do as far as packaging and how it affects the environment. And now it's a completely vegan line. We've just completely transitioned. We were vegetarian, and now the whole line is vegan. So it has lots of badges, but it performs so well. So this company has got a heart that I fell in love with. They have a mission, and that mission is just like what I'm doing with you today. Supporting companies outside of this company, Crunchi. If they're clean, we support them and we share education about ingredients and what we have to do to be aware when we're reading the back of the bottle to make sure what we're buying for our family, no matter what it is safe. So Crunchi, the Flawless Foundation is the first product I used that I absolutely fell in love with. And so I definitely recommend people looking and reaching out to me. I have some groups that I'm sure Scarlett will share. I actually have a workshop going on right now for anyone who's interested to learn a little bit more about ingredients and the way to protect yourself, as well as highlighting some of the Crunchi products and why I love them. But that is this is my absolute favorite. They're not a very old company, so they don't have a million different colors and a million different options. But you know what they found out? And your mom and I probably talked about this a little bit. Some of the bright colors, you have to use toxic ingredients to make some of those. So you have to be very careful when you're choosing your pigments in eyeshadows and lipsticks and blushes. You have to make sure that what you're using doesn't have something called asbestos in it. And a lot of times talc and different minerals will be contaminated with asbestos. And so Crunchi is working really hard to give beautiful options to women. And as they get more, they show us, and what they come up with, we know is high performing. So it makes us feel beautiful, and they're safe for us, and they're even safe for you.
Great.
Yeah. And if you want to contact her, you can comment to us down below, and we will guide you guys to her. I don't really know what else we need to ask you about.
What else?
I think that's all the
I
questions.
don't know.
So you want to thank everyone for coming? And
Yeah. Thanks you guys for coming and watching our video about Prim and Pure and Crunchi. Thank you, Mary, for coming on.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm so glad that you're doing this. And I am sure the people at Prim and Pure, as well as Crunchi, are going to be having Black Friday sales. So now's the time for them to shop for their little girls. Get all of those special
holidays
Black
are
Friday
coming.
deals. Yeah.
We have 2 good brands that are esthetician approved
That's right.
to fill your stockings with, or get presents for your family members that wear makeup.
Yes.
So thanks everyone for tuning in, and like our
Yep.
comments, and we will
See you guys
later.
next time. Bye. Make sure to subscribe to Scarlett's Cancer Free Community and comment down below. Bye.